Hey everyone, today I'll show you how to make a progressive house track. Start with 126 BPM. Now find a nice vocal sample. This one is from Hi Don't Cry by Lucky Luke.
Please don't cry. Think about tomorrow. It will be alright. 'Cause this ain't goodbye. We're in this together. You and me forever.
In the intro, I added a low-pass filter on the vocal to gradually introduce it. Make a chord progression on the piano. To make it sound more realistic, I used this humanize option. I added a soft synth to layer with the chords. Automate the cutoff filter from your synth to create some more movement. Use an ambient freeze bass to create a bass line. Add an introduction melody that is being played by a piano and a guitar. I added a pan automation on the guitar so that it doesn't collide with the piano as much. I sent the guitar, piano and synth all to one reverb bus. A nice trick to get a cleaner reverb is to automate the bypass every chord change so that the notes from the previous chord don't carry over through the reverb. Now add some background ambience and effects to fill up the space. I added some vox shouts and drop claps with a volume automation to help transition to the build-up. For the build-up, start by creating a snare roll. Make sure you automate the pitch bend. I also used some claps from the drop. Add a pre-drop fill. Stack various downlifters and uplifters or risers. Add ambient effects such as impacts and vocal shots. Add a high-pass filter automation on some of the instruments like the snare and bass as it gets closer to the drop so that the drop hits with more power. Also put a reverb automation on the master. Lastly, let's introduce the drop melody leads with a low-pass filter. I will show you how I made the leads in just a sec. Start by creating a melody. Then add a lot of layers. For the processing, I added an EQ, sidechain, and a lot of fucking OTT. For the chords, I used the same progression as before, but I changed up the rhythm. Here are what the layers sound like. For the processing I used an EQ, OTT, a tape stop effect, and sidechain. I also added a second EQ, which is reducing the middle of the stereo spectrum. Also send the leads and chords to a reverb bus. I made the bass play a different rhythm than the chords. I don't know why. For the processing I used an EQ, OTT, a tape stop effect, and sidechain. Also I added a quick low pass here to create a nice transition. Now let's make the drums. Use a punchy kick. Drop claps. Fat ass snare. Percussion loops. Cymbals. Drum fills. Noise effects. Toms. Ambience. I sent all the drums aside from the kick to a drum reverb bus. I added a multi-band compressor to make the drums sound more together. For the outro I just used the same instruments from the intro, except I added a light kick to keep the energy going. The sub bass from the drop is sidechained to it. Let's listen to the final result.
Please don't cry. Think about tomorrow. It will be alright. 'Cause this ain't goodbye. We're in this together. You and me forever. Please don't cry. Think about tomorrow. It will be alright. 'Cause this ain't goodbye. We're in this together. You and me forever.
My friends, thank you for watching. If you are feeling generous, please hit the fucking subscribe button.